How's it? Today is Monday, March 17th. Got some snatch work today. It's another long video. And yeah, today was a fun one. I am trying my best to implement my new idea that I was thinking a lot about on Thursday and kind of more over the weekend. And that is to really like pull my elbows not only just up, but to the sides. I have a little visual in the warm ups for the snatch portion of the day, and I hope it makes sense. I don't know, the angles might be a little bit weird, but yeah. As far as like the start of the workout goes, snatch balance plus overhead squat, going to 106, which is 3 kilos heavier than last week. This is it's not hard. It's not easy. Easy. It's not easy, but it is kind of in between that. It's probably closer to easy than it is to hard. And I don't think it is more like the snatch balance itself. I think it is more or less like my wrists and my elbows feel a lot of stress when I have this overhead. But I think that's the point. I think the point is that if I don't force myself or practice in these positions, then how will I ever be strong and comfortable with them with heavier weights? You know, that was 100. Here is 106. And yeah, I don't fear missing these really too much. I feel like I should know this off the top of my head, but I don't remember what my best snatch balance was. It was very recent. It was like this year, recent. Might have been like 127 or 128, something like that. And that's like the most I've ever snatch balanced. So, 106 is not very heavy compared to that. But I think the difficulty isn't in the snatch balance itself. It's definitely in the overhead squat. So, yeah, here's my last set. It was a lot more stable, I think, with this one overhead. But yeah, after that, I did my snatch complex, which is 2 power snatches with the hang snatch on top of that. But here's like kind of the visual that I was talking about. So this is me just pulling my elbows straight up. That's not what I want. I want to be pulling my elbows to the side and up. And that is the goal. And clearly, like my hands are moving quite a bit there, but that is the sensation I'm trying to go for. I'm literally trying to pull my hands apart while pulling my elbows up. And I don't know if it manifested today in the way that I envision it, but I think it helped. Just not nearly as much as I expected or wanted to or anticipated. And that's fine. I feel like sometimes when you implement a new I don't even say this is a new technique thing. This is just a new perspective. It's like a new philosophy on how I approach the lift. I don't know if that is gonna necessarily change too much of the way I lift. More so just the reasoning as to why I do what I do. And yeah, like I guess in more clear terms, the technical cues are not different. Like I'm still hitting the same position. I'm just coming at it with a different reason or different rationale behind why I'm doing what I'm doing. And yeah, I don't know. Like looking at this here, 50, I think it does help. So that is a definite improvement. Again, I just don't think it helped as much as I wanted it to. Some of these snatches at the top weight, excuse me, at 76 were a lot harder than I wanted them to be. And I think it might be due to me not being able to hold onto the bar like the way that I want them to. And like with my straps on there, if they get a little bit loose after the first rep, and so everything after that is kind of like a struggle. It mostly happens on the first set, and then it kind of happens a little bit later. But I try my best to get some chalk on there and whatnot. Here's my first set. I think one thing I was also experiencing today was my intercostal muscles felt really strange, like on my left side. It felt like it was a little bit achy, and I don't know. I don't think my sleep was necessarily super great last night. I slept very, very, very late. I slept at close to 4 o'clock. I mean, that is technically the morning, but I slept very late for a variety of reasons. One was I was really hungry at like 1:30 ish, so I ended up making food, and then I started cleaning, and when I started cleaning, I'm like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Next thing you know, it's like 3:30, and I'm like, uh, good thing good thing I actually blocked my schedule at the gym that I train at, so that I didn't have anyone in the morning, and that is, I did that a while ago. So yeah, this is my last set here of my complex. Again, like, I do see some amount of improvements. I think most of it is actually going to improve with more practice, and I think I feel just a little bit more confident in where my elbows are in space, and that is kind of what I'm imagining to happen as I move forward. Did my snatch RDLs afterwards, which are 3 kilos up from last week, which was at 88, and then I did some weighted pull-ups. I went up to 15 pounds today. I don't know if I can just add 5 pounds every time I do this, but maybe up to like 25 pounds, I might be able to do that. I don't know. Today wasn't that hard. I feel like last week was harder with the 10 pounds. I think like I'm holding the weight between my legs, like between my knees. And if I actually use like a weight belt to hold the weight be like between my legs, or like kind of have it be supported on my waist, I think that would make it a lot easier for me to be able to do the pull-ups, because I'm not really struggling on the upper body. I'm struggling on holding my legs together. And yeah, maybe I'll try that next week. But I'm using dumbbells still, so once I get to a little bit heavier weight, it will be more important. So maybe I'll just start with it next week with like 20 pounds. We'll see. We'll see if I'll even snatch on Monday next week. All I'm thinking about right now is how my squats are gonna be tomorrow. And if I do them, then I only have 1 week until I hit my goal, which is 140 for 3 sets of 10. And I want to give myself the best chance I can to hit 140 for 3 10s. So what I might actually do is I might squat on Monday next week, so I don't have the day before it me doing a lot of like snatch stuff, or a lot of posterior chain work, or next week would be like 109 for the overhead stuff at the beginning, and then 79, and then like 94, which is like they're not negligible numbers. So that's just a thought I might have. We'll see what happens. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.